Hey there, what's up everyone? My name is Rabbit. I love the sound of rain early in the morning, and welcome to episode 81 of our 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia. As you can see from taking a quick gander at the upper left-hand corner of the screen, I was finally successful in amassing the 20,000 points that we need in order to finally gain access to the water ra-seru egg. Yes, it only took me 2.5 hours to do this, and I say that a bit tongue-in-cheek because obviously that is a bit of a time commitment. So with that being said, I do want to note that I have no intentions of saving up 50,000 points for the war god icon that you can access through Vidna's watering hole. For those of you who do feel so compelled, I do want to share with you that I don't necessarily think that there's a specific strategy or tactic for undergoing this fishing side quest or fishing minigame, if you want to label it as such. What I would recommend for you to do is do all of your fishing here at Booma's watering hole because everything tends to be worth more than Vidna's watering hole. Essentially, you get more bang for your buck, and it's a better use of your time to do the fishing here, even if you exchange the points at Vidna's spot. They do carry over, so don't worry. You're not isolated to using the points that you got here at Booma's spot in Booma's exchange menu. So that's kind of nice that they threw that in there. Something else that I would recommend outside of using the heavy lure is to make sure you have something fun on in the background. I basically had Golden Girls running because I was going to lose my fucking mind after hour number 1 of staring at this fishing screen. It just gets a little bit old after a while, but 2.5 hours isn't the worst thing that I've ever had to undergo in terms of grinding, so I can't really complain about it too much. Either way, let us go ahead and unlock the water egg here. And even though I know we can find the Lippian flutes as drops from fighting Lippians themselves, and actually I think Vaughn can probably steal them too, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a Lippian flute, and I'm going to buy a spike fish flute. If I didn't purchase the spike fish flute right now, that's almost like a tongue twister there. Try saying spike fish flute like 5 times super fast. But anyway, to continue my thought, if we didn't pick this one in particular up right now, we would have to come back for it later. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to use this for a little side mission too. So just keep that in mind. And I'll, of course, remind you, for those of you who don't have the extra points right now, like you stopped right after you hit the cap for 20K because you were not spending a second longer fucking around with fishing. I get it. I'll remind you that you can come and access this here when it comes time for us to actually utilize the spike fish flute itself. So, okay, we are done dicking around here. What we are going to do is quickly check out the description for the water egg, and then you already know we gotta go and see our friend Zalin, who can transform this bad boy into an actual summon for us. But first, let's look at the Lippian flute. It's a flute that calls the Lippian monster. Not too descriptive, but that's okay. And the spikefish flute is a flute that calls the spikefish monster. Again, these two aren't important to this episode, but wanted to show them to you since we just picked them up. What is very important, and I spent so much time trying to access, so we need to enjoy it and just savor each moment. The water egg, it's a water ra-seru egg. It looks like a jewel. It increases defense against water powers. Yes, we already know that the water eggs do that. So what are we going to do from here? Well, you already know. Let's take a door of wind, and we are going to carry our sweet asses all the way over to Jeremy. And let's see what our boy can do for us. We will check out the summon. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it is a fucking commitment to unlock all of these things. And I don't know, did I already mention with the war god icon, it doesn't count towards your 100% item completion. So please do not feel like you have to go through, like, what would that be, about 5 hours to get enough points to access it. It's really just there for the lulz if you want to have it, but fuck that. So I am a jeweler. If you have any precious gems, I will appraise. Oh, come on, Zalin. Are you really going to be that formal with us? I thought we were bros. Well, that is a very rare gem indeed. May I see it? Do you wish to let Zalin see the water egg? Of course. You are the reason we came over here. This is amazing. It is not exactly a gem, but it is quite a treasure, and I sense an amazing power inside it. If you wish, I will work on this for you. Making an accessory out of it may bring out its amazing power. Do you want Zalin to rework the water egg? Hell yeah, let's do it. So Vaughn gave Zalin the water egg. So he's working intently, still working intently, continuing to work intently. God, times 4, times 5. He's finished at last. And Vaughn now has the water talisman. It's quite good workmanship, if I may say so myself. All right, let's not humble brag over here, buddy. Okay, arranging once again. Let's take a gander. Where are you? Where is our water talisman, friends? I don't see it. Okay, let me be slow with it, because usually it's the first thing and I just am blind and I never... Okay, here it is. Right under the earth talisman, it just says accessory, which I know I carried on about that when we looked at the earth one. That seems odd to me that we've got an egg and it's not something that just comes out and talks to us as a ra-seru, or it doesn't get on someone's arm. Like we just turn it into jewelry. I think that seems hella whack, but whatever, it's fine. Who asked me, right? Okay, Gala, I'm just going to give it to you for now, just so that we can see the summon that comes with it. And as I said before when we sort of demoed the Earth Talisman, I'm probably not going to be using these. They consume so much mana, and honestly, we're making our way through just fine without these OP ra-seru. So let's not worry too much about it. Let's not stress about it. Let's just enjoy taking a look at them. But we don't need to worry about consuming an accessory slot just for the sake of summoning them once and then needing to refill our mana pool completely. I almost said refill. Who we feeling? Nobody. Okay, Ozma, let's go ahead and summon Mule is the name. And it summons, or I should say it casts, Deep Avalanche, which is an attack against all enemies. So Mule is the summon, Avalanche is the spell that it brings to the table. Pretty cool, right? For a lot of people, I know that Mule tends to be their favorite of the, I guess you could say, optional ra-seru that you can experience. I don't know if Mule's my favorite of them, but it has a cool animation for its spell. I'll just let you take a look, and you can decide for yourself how you feel about it. It's almost like a dolphin, mermaid, whale. I don't know, but I still wish so badly that we had more ra-seru that spoke with us and interacted with us. Even if each of our party members just had 2, you know, like one on each arm was an option, I could definitely get behind that. Maybe you guys don't feel quite the same way. But yes, there we go. Thanks, Mule. We got like nothing for that, but that's okay. So a lot of mana consumed for piddly diddly, but whatever. What's important is just that we got to see him in action. So before I forget, I'm going to switch this out. And what did you have? The life grail? Yes, you did. So let's just make our way over to Vidna's watering hole. I think it's down this way. It should be down this way unless I'm crazy. There it is. So as usual, before we can just hop on in, we got to inspect the sign. Do you want to fish? Yes, we do. And I know we've got jack shit in terms of points because we spent all of them on Mule. But just to show you, if you did have points, this is what you've got access to. And similarly to what I showcased with the water egg, once you have those 50,000 points under your belt, you will see the war god icon appear. So again, it's up to you. I would strongly recommend that you just go back and do the fishing at Booma because it's going to cut all of your time like in half. Just to show you though, what it looks like here if you want to. I think the scenery here is a bit blah as well compared to Booma's. So it really is up to you. And yeah, this one is just, I'm not even really needing to do anything. And it's a piece of shit. Yeah, I gotta tell you guys, life is rough when you're fishing over here. Actually, life is rough, period, when you're fishing. So when I was telling you some of the tips, if you want to put those in air quotes, because I really don't think there's a strategy to this at all. You can see in the upper left-hand corner as well, underneath the points, above the points, there's a high score. And I guess now's as good of a time as any to maybe show you a still shot or two of some really great finds. So you can actually pull Lipians from Booma's fishing hole, and there's, what is it called, like a devourer that's worth like 300 plus points. It's really rare to find them. Most of the time you'll be finding chargers if you're using the heavy lures, but you're still better off pulling several chargers than you are coming here and dicking around and getting a fuck ton of those fly pies. It's just not worth your time to fish here. I don't think it is anyway. We'll try one more time on a different side. And as for spots to cast your line into, I don't know about over here because I almost never fish over here. I don't know. I'm not really impressed with the location and with the fish that you can actually pull from this. But over at Booma's, I usually just cast my line around the rocks or the little tufts of water grass sticking up out of the water. I don't know if it increases the likelihood of you finding Lipians or finding the devourers. It probably doesn't make a difference at all, but it just makes me feel better to throw my lines around those two spots. So yeah, there you go. And what a fucking waste of our time, right? Like another fucking fly pie worth nothing. Total waste of our time. So we're not dealing with this anymore. We are done with fishing, or at least I'm done with fishing. Good luck to those of you who plan on fishing up another 50,000 points. I am just not about it. So with that being said and done, let's make our way. Let me arrange first. Let's make our way over to, there it is, Soul. Because that is what we need to do next to actually advance the plot. As you guys do recall, we are playing Errand Boy for Kara, and we need to deliver the music score, which I don't think we took a peek at that, did we? Well, we'll look at it once we're outside of the club. I'm going to rest up at an inn here anyway, and to be honest with you guys, once we're done fucking around with Grantes, I might spend some of my own time getting some points from the slots and exchanging them for ra-seru bread to sell. I just don't want us to run too low on money, and we're kind of reaching that point, and I don't like getting that close to that point. I know, I worry too much, but it doesn't feel good being broke in this game. We've been broke for a really long time. The ra-seru bread secret, if you will, it's not really a secret, I suppose, so much as it's a strategy that made things much more bearable for the last couple of places that we've been to, but I'm just not trying to deal with that again. So I'll fuck with that later. I don't remember what floor the jazz club is on, so you'll have to excuse me for hoofing it up the stairs. I'm sure Vaughn doesn't appreciate it, but okay, we are here. So on that note, I know that this was a bit of a shorter episode, but hey, it balances out the longer videos that I know the previous two happen to be, but I would like to isolate the plot to our upcoming episode, since this one was pretty much entirely devoted to talking a bit more about the fishing and getting that water egg, taking it to Zalin, turning it into Mule, and taking a peek at what Mule's spell animation looked like. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Mule. I hope you appreciate the fact that it took me 2.5 hours to get access to that water egg. It wasn't easy, let me just say. I was slowly descending deeper and deeper into madness, staring at Booma's watering hole. But that's okay. Anything for you guys. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I am your host, Rabbit. This is my 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia. And when we kickstart episode 82, we will be ready to continue the plot of the story by talking to, or I should say the plot of the game, not the plot of the story, the plot and the story of the game by talking to Grantes. So I'll see you guys there.